Hi guys, Jennifer West-Granahan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I have a very special guest, okay? As you can see, it's not just me and my puppies maybe barking, okay? It's a former student, Jessica. I will let her introduce herself, but she is going to talk about how she closed her first deal, the details. I'll be asking her questions about it, and you guys will realize that you indeed can do the same thing, okay? It's about your belief system, and it's about taking action. So, all right, Jessica, tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us where you're from.
Okay, hi guys, Jessica Springfield. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm 29 years old now, but when I started wholesaling or looking into wholesaling, I was 28. I have two children, one that's 1 now, and a 12-year-old girl. And yeah, I'm just a regular, cool chick girl that just wanted to make some money.
All right, and that's typically how it happens, okay? We want an extra source of income, okay? So tell me about when you first actually started with me and where you were with life.
Oh my God. Okay, so when I first started wholesaling or even thinking about wholesaling, I was pregnant. So I went to a seminar while I was pregnant about real estate investing. I couldn't really understand. I mean, I took the weekend course and I didn't really relate to it, but I paid $220 to go. So I went to every day.
Right.
They touched on wholesaling for like an hour the whole weekend. And that's what really stuck to me. My credit was crappy. I used to work at a 9 to 5, so I was living paycheck to paycheck. So him talking about finances and funding and loans from banks, it didn't resonate with me at all. I was like, dang, I wasted $220 to come to this. And so, after having my son, I had my son in January, I decided I didn't want to work a regular 9 to 5. And I decided to go into wholesaling. Like, okay, I remember this class. I remember that little hour he touched on me being able to real estate invest without using my own money. So I went into YouTube, looking into YouTube to find out who else can tell me more information. And I came across Jennifer. And the reason I resonated with Jennifer is because it was with Jennifer, it's more of a mindset. You get all these people that tell you like, oh, you can do this. But if your mind isn't there and you don't believe you can do it, then you're not going to get it done. So Jennifer was more on you got to set your mind to say, like, look, I can do this. And I did it. Okay.
And she did. And I just want to touch on a couple of things. First of all, I know a lot of females maybe think that they can't do this. They may feel a little bit intimidated because it feels like a male-dominated field. Girls and ladies, we were meant for this, girls. Okay, we are natural problem solvers. Okay, people are inclined to talk to us and trust us. We're trustworthy. But I want to touch upon Jessica specifically because she just had a baby when she started with me. Okay, and let me tell you 2 things about her. She already had a good mindset when she came to me. Okay, which I end up attracting a lot of people who already have a foundation of a mindset, and some of the exercises that I teach just help them elevate what they already have, okay, and get rid of that limiting belief system. Because you guys know I constantly preach what you focus on grows. Point blank, period, what you focus on grows, okay? So Jessica already had that, okay? She already had her vision board. She was like, I am ready. I know I'm going to get this. Like, she was just, every time her energy was on point. And not even that, she just had a baby. So that could be an excuse, okay? A lot of people like to make excuses. I want to do this, but I was hoping to do this, but I can't. Listen, when your excuses, or actually when your desire is bigger than your excuses, that's
yeah.
Okay?
Oh, that's so cool.
That's when something clicks and you make it happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. So Jessica was like, I just had a baby, but I'm ready. Because I even asked her, do you want to wait a little bit? Till you want to wait a little bit longer, till she was like, nope, I am good. I got this. So I was very excited to work with her because her energy resonated through the phone to me. So I knew she was going to make it happen. So, all right. So with that said, now let's talk about what marketing got you that deal.
Okay. Can I touch on something real quick? I just want to relate to ladies. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just had a baby, but that was not my biggest obstacle. After I had my son, I'm here in Michigan. So they had like a program after you had kids, where you could put your child in daycare and then you take like this work program and they'll pay you. So my initial idea was, okay, I'm gonna do that until I get into this wholesale thing. I didn't know how I didn't know how long it would take me to close my first deal. So I was like, I'm gonna get into this so they can pay me while I stay at home with my baby, so I can learn wholesale. And then I'm gonna boom in their face, say, I don't need y'all no more. It didn't work out that way. Right. So my biggest obstacle was, guys, I was at home not making no money. Okay, my desire was so big that when my son would go to sleep 2-3 weeks, he take his little naps. I'm on YouTube learning and talking to Jennifer and emails and like, what do I do next? What do I do next? My biggest issue wasn't even my son. It was, how I'm gonna pay these bills. Like, how am I gonna do this? I couldn't put my son in daycare and go back to a 9-to-5. My desire was pushing me towards who I'm supposed to be in life. Where
her soul, okay? Her soul and her desire, and she was listening to that, okay? I know that speaks to a lot of you, okay?
Terrified.
Right.
I got these 2 kids, no income coming in. Right. I don't know if I'm gonna close a deal because I've never done real estate before. Listen, if you want it, go get it. It's there. It's there. Yes. Just change that mindset and go get it. Okay, Jennifer, I'm sorry.
No. I want you to do that. Absolutely, baby girl. That's sharing. Someone's going to have that same experience, and I love it, and thank you for sharing that, okay?
You're welcome.
Intimate things about yourself that you're revealing. So what made you shift your mindset? Like, what was the aha, like, there's no way I could go back to 9-to-5. Like, I have to make this work. Like, do you remember what that shift was?
Yes. It was 2 things. When I first started this, of course, I was having doubts. I had never held more than $5,000 in my hand in my life. Okay. Wow. So like my mindset, I had a poverty mindset. I really can't do this, but I was at least going to pursue it. But it was 2 things that really made me say, okay, you're not going back, sis. Ain't no going back to that regular 9-to-5 check to check living. The first thing was, when I spoke to you, it was a book that you told me to read. That book, okay.
Was it The Power?
It was The Secret.
Oh, The Secret. Okay, yes, that's preparing you. I always say prepare your mind for creation. Feed your mind deliberately with nourishing food, or society's going to feed it for you. And you know what? It's going to be toxic, honey. Okay.
And
so
then,
go ahead.
Then the second thing was, I was speaking to you on the phone, because even as we would speak, I know my energy was high. I was still nervous. Like, just you can't do this. You know, we had those voices in our head, like, you can't do this. You're from such a place. You'll never make it. If you was going to make it, you would have made it by now, being 29 years old with 2, Yes. And I remember speaking to you on the phone, and I was like, oh, I feel like I should be further in life. And you said to me, you was like, you're exactly where you're supposed to be at right now. And I'm pretty sure people that said that to me in life before, but it never resonated with me. Like, them words had power at that moment. And I knew, like, okay, you are where you're supposed to be at. You're supposed to be training your mind to think other than what you already know. So those were the 2 things that said, okay, I'm not going back. It's no more regular for me. I need to keep going forward.
Wow. That's powerful. And then also, there's a saying that goes, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And that's when you're ready to listen to things in a new light. And that was probably where you were at. So that was very powerful for you. Okay. Yeah. So, I talk about mindset all the time, but here you go, right here. Jessica's telling you that it was her mindset that allowed her to push it through and make it happen. Okay. Yes, we tell you how to get there, but if we're telling you how to get there and your mind is still self-talking, telling you, I can't do this, I hate my life, I hate my job, this is too hard, blah, 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 it's not going to work. Point blank, period. Okay. Yeah. Point blank. So, all right. So now let's talk about what marketing got you to your deal. Do you remember if it was a big sign? Do you remember if it was direct to mail?
I remember.
You remember?
Guys, I got my first deal by inboxing somebody on Facebook.
Ooh, okay. So
I inboxed Yep.
So you inbox someone. So what propelled you to inbox them? What were you searching on Facebook?
Was I searching Facebook or okay? So I had came across I think it was an ad on Facebook in the marketplace.
Okay.
Where somebody was, they sell homes in the marketplace.
Yes.
Okay, it was a ranch in my market. A lot of ranches in that area are going quick. So I was like, let me inbox this young lady right here. I looked at the details of everything. I looked up all the information on the property. I found out it was a probate lead prior to talking to the lady. I inboxed her and she was immediately ready to sell.
Wow. Okay, so talk about being creative, okay, and thinking out of the box and just going and being creative and trying to just get leads in any way, shape, or form. So mind you, if she inboxed someone on Facebook, you know how much that lead costed her?
Nothing.
Boom. Okay, free. So when you first start that you need all these fancy systems and have to spend all this fancy money, you certainly don't, okay? You just need some hustle, desire, creativity, and thinking out of the box. So, okay, so it was a probate lead. So was the house vacant?
Yes.
Okay, and how long was it vacant for?
I think it was vacant for about 5 or 6 months prior to me doing my first walkthrough.
Okay, so now was her motivation because she didn't have the money to pay the taxes, she didn't want to do the upkeep, what was her motivation aside from that it was a probate?
Well, it's a lot of motivations with this one. She was 25 years old. So at 25 years old, your dad passes away and you get this house. At 25 years old, you're not thinking, a lot of 25-year-olds are not trying to hold on to a house.
Right.
I mean, in my opinion. So she just got this house dumped on her and she didn't know what to do with it. So her first thought was, I need to sell this house. And another wholesaler, thanks to whoever you are, want the deal for themselves because they tried to offer her $10,000. And she considered it. And then here I come on Facebook offering her way more. So
okay.
Know your numbers.
Okay, that's very true. Know your numbers, know your market, okay?
Right.
Know what you are doing, okay? I mean, I'm not saying you don't need to know everything before you jump, but you do need to know a foundation, okay? And then with that foundation, you could take action. So, and know what you're doing because, not all wholesalers are not created equal. And there are some wholesalers out there that are not putting a good name out there for the people who are doing the right thing. You guys know who you are, okay? So, all right. All right. So where did you find the buyer?
Well, I put an ad up on Craigslist.
Okay.
And my buyer found me.
Okay. Wow.
I already had him in queue, ready to go.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, and that's okay. And that's one thing I teach is to put the Craigslist ad to attract cash buyers. So,
it was the ad you gave me.
Oh, was my ad? Yes. That ad was established in 2010 when I would get all these tire kickers because it's the wording is on point to scale away the Facebook, right? So how long? So now you get it under contract, right?
Uh-huh. And
when you got it on the contract, you didn't know that this guy was going to buy it yet, though, right?
Nope.
So when
the deal was good. It was too good. I knew somebody was going to buy it.
So when you got it, were you thinking, what was going through your mind? You were game on? Were you petrified? Oh my God, what if I can't sell it? So was your mindset I hope I'm able to sell it? Or was it I'm going to close this deal? Or was it oh my God, now I have to find a buyer? What was going through your mind when you got, or were you just excited that you had a contract? Where was your head when you got that first contract? Because first of all, let's remind people that, you know that this is a viable business concept. But when you close your first deal and your check is in your hands,
what?
And I always give this as an example, right? When I talk to people and you see it in your name, in your business name, and you're going to deposit that into your bank account, and you're like, oh, the zeros are going bloop, 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 bloop. That is a magical feeling. Okay, that I always tell people to try to evoke before you even do it so you can attract it and manifest it. So now, rewind. You have your contract and you're like, holy beep,
Right. Okay, so let me tell you first. I'm so glad you just brought that up. Okay, so I started learning about wholesale November 2017.
Okay.
January, I had my son 2018. I started training with you in June. Now, even though in January I had my son and I was looking into wholesaling, I hadn't took steps. Like I was just tire kicking, basically. I hadn't really got out there and got action yet.
Right.
So, right before I signed up with you and with your class, I had went out and was like taking action. And so I didn't close my first deal until September the 20th, 2018. So, and you know all the action I was taking. So I had plenty of houses under contract. I'm at home with these 2 kids, broke, y'all. And when I say broke, I am not joking. I'm talking about real broke. Like, but my mindset, I felt rich. I remember.
Yes, you said that to me all the time on our phone calls, which was so powerful, because that's not an easy space to be when you know that your bank account is broke, but here you are. You don't have income coming in. You're starting a new business. You hire me to help you, and you just have this like leap of faith. Like you're like, Jennifer, I know it. I feel it. I'm looking at my vision board, and like we would get like goosebumps on the phone. Our phone calls were like energetic, powerful. So go ahead. So you had an abundant mindset.
Yep. So I felt it. I felt like I felt like it was there, and I just needed to walk over there and get it. Yes. So I remember having a deal where I thought for sure, like, I'm about to close this deal, make $10,000. Yay! I was even driving to meet the people, and in my spirit, I felt like I was going to close this deal. I didn't close this deal, y'all. Right. The next deal after that was the deal that I did close and make that $10,000. And I think the reason that went so smooth is because my emotions, my heart, my soul was in the fact that I had already closed the deal, but I didn't.
Did you hear that? So, you hear that, guys, okay? She evoked a feeling in her spirit that she already closed the deal, okay? And you could apply this to any and every area of your life. We're just applying this to wholesaling because that's the business that we're in, but you could do this in any area of your life. So at the end of the day, she created this. Okay, she created this because she could have been home, dwelling on that she broke and more money's coming in and I'm going to have to get a job, some temp job in some office or, working somewhere. Her soul is dying, but look at what she created. You guys don't realize the power of your mind, okay? And I talk about this all the time because I want to get it through your thick skull that you are not stuck. You choose to be stuck. Your mind is so much more powerful than you will ever think, but you have to start to tap into that, okay? And shift your mindset and control your thoughts. Okay, so now, mind you, Jessica started in June with me, but then closed in September. That's not a long time, by the way. You figure June, July, August, September, okay, 4 months. That seems like a long time to some people when you're in it and you're taking massive action. It seems like forever. But 4 months to close your deal, that's not a long time, okay?
Not at all.
It's not a long time. I could tell you, me personally, it took me a little over a year, okay? A little over a year, and I paid way more than what my program is, honey. I'm not even going to tell you.
Right.
I'm in a little bit of a different market, and I was scattered, okay? I was trying to do too much at one time. So my point is that don't give up. You have to think of this as a business because that's what it is. And if you're not taking massive action and putting in the work, okay, you're not going to get your result. Put your mindset to it and do the work on top of it. And 4 months, Jessica, okay, no money, baby, 2 babies, okay, and just nervous, like, where am I going to go? But her mind, she was already successful and abundant in her mind. So, I mean, I get so animated when we talk about this because this is the key to an abundant, inspired life that you could create for yourself. So, all right. So you closed the second contract. And did you actually go to the closing?
No.
Okay. So you were cute and you had it wired to you?
Yes. I had them send me my check overnight. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so you had them send the physical check. It wasn't wired.
Yeah, I had them send the physical check. My bank account was closed because I was broke. So.
Oh, okay, right. See? Okay. So now you're going to the mailbox to get that check, and you're holding the envelope. You're opening it. Like, how are you feeling in your stomach? Like, are you just like, wow, this is like really real? Or are you like, what are you thinking?
Okay, so a quick side story, y'all. The whole time I was going through this, yes, I was nervous. Even when I had the contract signed, I had the buyer paperwork and everything I was still nervous. Like, oh my God, is this really about to happen? Universe, show me a sign. And the numbers that I kept getting around that time was 9/11. Y'all, I'm not playing when I say my check arrived at my door through FedEx Express at 9:11 a.m.
Wow. That gives me goosebumps, because that's like in sync. Okay? That's in sync.
It goes deeper, but we don't got time.
Right.
It goes deep. Like, I seen 9/11 like crazy. Anyway, but yeah, so when I got my check, honestly, nervousness. I was like, oh shoot, I actually did this. Like, I actually manifested this check. So like, how far can I go? It was excitement. It was a nervousness. It was oh shoot, girl, you did this.
Right.
So that's the feeling I had. And then, I went immediately and cashed it.
Right. Right, but not before you showed me a picture of it. I think you texted me, you emailed me.
Yeah.
Right, you finally closed. So you could basically, all right, so now let's just rewind for a second, okay? Because people get nervous about like the logistics of a deal. So you had the contract, you had the seller sign the contract. Did you do that electronically, or did you do it in person?
No, I like to meet people. I like people to feel my energy. So everything we did was in person. Okay. I wanted this young lady to feel comfortable with, because she was already on edge from the last investor and the stuff she went through with him. So I needed her to feel my energy. So we did everything in person, except I didn't go to the close. Okay,
beautiful. So now, how much did you put down in earnest money? $1, $10?
$10.
Okay, $10. Now, listen, I'm sorry?
I said $10.
Okay. Now, listen, you're not going to get in. So people who are on the East Coast or the West Coast, $10 is not going to fly for everybody. But for a lot of other markets, that will fly. But I will tell you, I did get away with $10 once. And I'm on Long Island, New York, and I have the contract to prove it. I'll probably show it on a video one time, but I was trying to be cute. Okay, so I digress. Let's go back to Jessica.
Right.
Okay, so she put down $10. So now $10, you're a title closing state. So that means that you took your $10 check, your contracts, and you brought it to, or actually you had the buyer sign the assignment contract, right?
Yep. And then I sent it to, what I did was, before I even knew who my buyer was going to be, when I first got that contract, I sent it to the title company.
Okay.
To put it in escrow. So the title company was already in the process of doing title work before I found my buyer. That way, when buyer came into play, we could get this deal closed quickly.
Okay. And then that's basically it. Were there any other speed bumps? Was the title fine? Yes. The title came out clean?
Well, it was a probate case. So I think in her probate case, she needed to get letters of authority, basically saying that the court gave her authority to sell this property. So that put me off a little longer. I actually got the deal, guys, in August, and I didn't close it till September, because she had to go through all the other interested parties that was in the case, like uncles and stuff. They had to sign off and say that they were okay with her, selling the property. Then she had to get the letter of authority from the court. So yeah, it was some hiccups, but I knew it. Like, if there was a knowing that this deal was going to close.
So altogether, how much time would you say you spent on this deal to make your 10K? Altogether, emails, phone calls, going to see the property.
Well, my energy that I put into it was maybe 20 hours. Okay. I only had to go do a walkthrough. My buyer went and did the walkthrough himself. I didn't go to closing. I met up with the lady twice. And that was just like 10 minutes a piece so she could sign the paperwork. That's about it. I didn't really have to do much. My buyer handled once I got my buyer and the title company together, they handled that, and I just was waiting on my check.
Right. So, but in the interim, so let me just rewind for a second. So 20 hours. You guys do the math. Okay, you guys.
And probably not even that. I think I'm just saying that, but honestly, not even that.
Okay, so let's say around 15 hours. Okay, maximum. So let's do the math. Like for people who work 40 hours a week, 15, how much do you make in 15 hours? Okay, so 15 hours. So that's beautiful, first of all. So, this is one of her little men.
Right.
Okay, this is one of her whys of why her desires. Hello, little, how are you? How are you? He's like, who in the heck are you? Hi, little man. How are you? You're so cute. I want to pinch those little cheekies. So he's really cute. What's his name again?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, my man. Phoenix, little man. How you doing over there? Do you smile? No smile?
He's such an old man. He's such an old little baby. He's such an old soul.
You are so cute, Phoenix. I'm going to get you to smile before we end this video. That's all I have to tell you. All right, so 20 hours. Now, I know, you gave the contract to the title company, and then the buyer and the title company were taking over, but did you remain in control of the deal? Touching base with the seller, touching base with the buyer. You orchestrated it.
Right.
All right. I want to let you guys know how important that is. So when you give it over to your buyer, don't just, put blinders on. Make sure you're touching base with the buyer. Make sure you're touching base with the title company and or attorney. Okay? And talking to the seller, because you guys are orchestrating this. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Okay? So, beautiful. So, do you guys see how you guys could potentially do this as well? Okay? And women out there, do not stay on the sidelines anymore. Get out. Look at Jessica's story. Okay? Like this is not fake. Okay? This is not, hocus pocus. This is a real life, real story of someone who, believed in herself, stopped her limiting beliefs and made it happen. Okay? And she's a mommy. So is there anything else that, you want to add to maybe inspire others to go forward on their journey, baby girl?
Yes, guys, don't overthink it. I never bought a house. I never thought about real estate. I never thought about none of this, okay? Don't overthink it. Don't go into this like, oh, I need to find out such and such first. Just go into it. Just jump in and do it. You're going to learn along your way. I'm pretty sure I looked ridiculous and sounded ridiculous on the first couple of houses that I went to. I know I did. I knew nothing about nothing. Right. And I would walk around these houses looking around like, not knowing crap, okay? Nothing. But I played the role. And so you can do it. You can do it. Just go into it feeling like you already did it. It's a mindset. Change your mindset. I had a poverty mindset. I think that's probably what took me so long to close the deal. Because I would fight with myself like, oh, you can't do this. You're not going to close this one. And then when I did get that one deal that I thought for sure I was going to close, and then I didn't close it, and the next deal over, I did close, I was like, yeah, it was my mindset.
Boom, boom, boom. So if you were to give, okay, so you said for people not to overthink it, but what would be the number one, or maybe it was the overthinking, you tell me, your number one or two piece of advice for people who are wanting to start this journey, or they feel stuck, or they're scared?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I was scared too. I was terrified because I didn't know. I had to sell my car so I could pay for training from Jennifer, but it was worth it, y'all.
And I'm only knowing that now. Okay? I don't think you told me that, did you?
No, I was embarrassed at the time. But
you know what? That is not embarrassing, Jessica. Okay? Yeah. That is not embarrassing. You know what it says? It means that you are committed and dedicated to your success. Okay? That touches my heart. And I feel I'm going to get emotional in a hot second. And I'm not really a crier.
I don't want my lashes to come off on YouTube, Jennifer.
Do you see the dedication? Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? Okay, so this was amazing. I think I already asked Jessica, but so let's just say So where are you now? Let's put it that way. Where are you now with your wholesaling? And what are your goals going forward?
Okay, so my goals going forward is I want to get so good at this that I can help other people. I want to do what you do, because you help me a lot, like with the mental, to be able to go into this and actually make money. You help. Exactly.
And you can, baby girl. 100%. Okay? Because the one thing that I told you that I was so impressed with was your ability to keep your mind right. And that is the whole thing why I teach mindset, is because, listen, it's great and it's so easy to have a good mindset when everything's puffy and roses and flowers. Okay? But when you were where you were at and you had mouths to feed, okay, and you still had that ability to believe and just evoke such a beautiful energy that came off on the phone, that's a power, okay? That's you using your mind power. And you know what? It's like a muscle. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And heck yes, the whole goal is to learn and then teach and inspire others to do the same, so they know that they're not stuck, okay?
Right.
And your story is just so inspiring. You know, it really is. I mean, even more on a deeper level, because I really didn't know exactly where you are, you know, because we had a but we didn't talk a complete backstory. I just knew that you had a new baby. That's really all I knew.
Right.
So Jessica is a prime example of no excuses, dedication, do what it takes. Take massive action, okay? So now here she is going to come around, and she's going to end up helping other people do the same thing. So with that said, that's a wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed this first interview. By the way, we were supposed to do this interview like months and months and months ago.
Right.
But listen, it's better late than never. And I hope this message finds you well, guys. You know, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Okay, go out there, take massive action, shift your mindset. Don't overthink. Okay, fear is an illusion. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Watch the magic happen. See yourself as though you've already received it. I can't say that over enough. And feel it. See it, feel it. Set your intention. Take action, okay? Because you cannot sit in a black room and wish upon a star and say, okay, well, I already see it and feel it, Miss Jennifer, so now I can just sit here? No, okay? You have to take action, okay? And then one thing leads to another. You get momentum, and then you meet people, and then something happens, and then this opportunity happens. You're like, holy cow, and then this person. Seeing Jessica shaking her head because she's like, yes, it's like, it's scary. It's like, oh my God, this happened, and this happened, and this happened. It's like, BAM! Okay? I get animated because I'm just so excited for my people. So, all right, guys. Jessica, any closing words, my dear?
Focus on my suggestion is focus on one market. When I first started, I was all over the places. I was trying to chase delinquent taxes, foreclosure, probates. I was chasing anything. So I would say pick your market and go for it. Okay. All right, guys. So with that said, thank you so much for joining us. Okay. I hope this message finds you well. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace out. Thank you.